Do you ever wonder if you have a little bit too much going on? What do I mean by a little bit too much going on? We are talking fashion today, specifically fashion tips, and I am going to teach you about the rule of 10. Welcome. I'm Tracy Hensel. I'm a certified professional coach and ICF credential holder. I help people just like you step into your power and create the life that you desire so that you can be fulfilled, satisfied, and live an optimal life how you see it. You can learn more about me on my personal brand website as well as my coaching and consulting website. I also help my clients level up their style in fashion, and we base it on what their goals are and what message they would like to put out into the world based on how they present themselves. If you are interested in working with me as your style coach, I have a 3-session package on my website. Take a look at that. We meet on Zoom unless you live locally, and we meet in person, which often I do. So the rule of 10. Well, let me start out by saying that you don't have to comply to the rule of 10 if you don't like to. Maybe you are an accessories gal, and the more the merrier. But if you are someone that ever wonders, do I have too much going on? This video will be very informative. So the rule of 10 is the accessories that we use to complement what we're wearing. So we're talking about everything from jewelry to belts to handbags, even sunglasses if you will be sporting them with your look, your shoes, really anything that you are adorning your outfit with. If you put a hairpiece in your hair, maybe not a clip or a hair tie that matches the color of your hair, but if you put a hair piece in your hair, let's say you have a clip and it's a brushed gold or a shiny gold, that is an accessory, and that will fall into the rule of 10. So let's talk about this, and I'm going to use what I'm wearing today as an example. And really, the rule of 10 is just really so that you don't have so much or too much going on. You want what you are wearing to complement your look. You still want, I would hope, if that's your goal, you want people to see you, to see who you are, and you want to complement your features. Often, we want to detract or reflect from where we see our flaws, right? Where we see them. That doesn't mean someone else does, but we all have assets and we all have areas that we would like to avoid the eye to go to, right? So that is not where you would want to bring a lot of attention. With the rule of 10, though, let's start right from the top. And let's make sure we count everything. So if we start with earrings, that is 1, right? That is number 1. And if we move on down, if you have a necklace on, that is going to be 2. If you have a bracelet on, we're looking at 3. Any of our rings are going to count, so you may have 4 and 5. Although with the rule of 10, you don't have to include your wedding ring, or if you have some symbol, a religious symbol of some sort, but I do. I count everything, and a lot of women have quite significant wedding rings that are very, very blingy and very showy. So I still would count it even if it's something simple. So we count all of our rings. If we're moving down, if you're wearing a scarf around your neck or anywhere else, even if you tie a scarf in your hair, that is going to count. Again, if you're wearing sunglasses the whole time you're wearing an outfit, which is something that I frown upon, I think it looks a little tacky when people are wearing sunglasses inside an establishment. There's nothing wrong with wearing your sunglasses when you're outside. But when you walk in, I just feel you should remove your sunglasses. Also, if you're wearing any type of hat to accent your outfit, let's say you're on a beach vacation or you're wearing a straw hat, just think anything that you are wearing that is not a piece of garment. So if we continue to move down, we're looking at our belt. That would also count. Our handbag, if we're going to be wearing it on us, or any bag. This would include a belt bag, which can be very popular, especially for traveling. And then we work our way all the way down to our shoes. If you wear any jewelry on your ankle or on your toes and it's exposed, it's all going to count. I'm guessing you're understanding where we're going. We're starting to count everything that we are accessorizing our outfit with, so don't miss anything. And it's just a really great rule of thumb. I believe if you have more than 10, in my eye, you probably look like you have a little too much going on, and it takes away from the person. So again, if you are someone who likes a lot of jewelry and likes a lot going on in coaching, I am never going to tell you that you can't do that, because in coaching, it is all about what your goal is and what you would like to put out to the world. I may ask you some open-ended questions to get an idea of why you desire to have so many things going on. Are we trying to cover anything? That's what I do as a coach. But at the end of the day, it's all about your goals. So the rule of 10 is a wonderful tip. It can really help to check you, but it really depends on if this is something that's important to you. I would say that I probably never exceed 10. I'm really kind of dialed in on it. And if we take a look at what I'm wearing today, which is quite interesting, and that's why I thought today was a good day to share this, because I actually have a couple of different things going on that I count. The blazer that I am wearing today has these buttons on it that are gold, and they are very noticeable because they are a shiny gold. The other thing that I have going on is the jeans that I'm wearing today have buttons on the outside that are also gold and very exposed. So I count them. So let's take a look at my entire look and let's start counting everything that's going on. We start with the earrings, which is number 1. We move on down to my bracelet, which is number 2. I have 2 rings on, so that's 3 and 4. I have buttons that are very noticeable on my blazer, 5. I have buttons on my jeans as well that are very noticeable. That's 6. My shoes would be 7. My handbag here would be 8. And that is pretty much where it ends for me. But now I will also be sporting my sunglasses when I'm going inside and possibly while I am at the dining establishment that I am going to tonight, depending on if we dine outside. It's only in about the mid-60s, so that's a little cool for me to dine outside, so I'm guessing that we won't, but let's say we did. Now, I would never wear my sunglasses while dining outside unless the sun was actually coming into my face, in my eyes. But again, I'm not a fan of wearing sunglasses except for when I'm going in and out of places or I am at an outside event and the sun is shining. When I go inside someplace or if I'm dining out on the patio, I am always going to remove my sunglasses unless I absolutely feel that I need to wear them because the sun is just blinding. And often I try to avoid sitting in a spot like that, or I look for something with an umbrella. The other thing that you have to consider is our cell phone. We all have our cell phone on us, and if you are going to have your cell phone out a lot, it's just more going on, right? It's more going on. So if you are already at 10 and now you have your sunglasses and you have your phone, and let's say some of your accessories have more bling, I would actually count another half a point for that. For example, I am a big fan of very simple handbags. Number one, I'm not into the designer labels. If I had a designer handbag, I would prefer that it's a handbag where no one would be able to tell that it's actually designer, but I've never found a designer handbag that I like, and it's probably because I like my handbags to be simple. If I have any gold on it, which would be my preference, is gold over silver, although I can wear both, it's going to be very minimal. So this really is only going to count as 1 point. But let's just say my black handbag had a lot of gold bling on it. I'm going to actually add a half a point for that because it's just really drawing attention. The same thing goes if you have a belt or if you have shoes that has a lot going on where it's drawing more attention. You may want to add more points, or maybe your hat. If something is just really, it really has more than just being simple, you may want to add an extra point because again, it really can be too much for a lot of people's eyes. Again, if you like it, by all means, but understand that to other people, it can be what we would consider too much. And I have actually witnessed and observed this. And then there's nothing worse when the lady who has too much going on, she just has jewelry everywhere, and then she has all sorts of sparkle going on in her makeup. She's got bling going on everywhere. And then not only that, her fragrance is just overpowering. It really just is too much, and honestly, it leaves the perception that you are hiding behind some insecurities when you are just doing way too much. So always understand that how we present ourselves sends a message to the world. Should you care? That's for you to decide. I can't tell you whether you should care or not, but within just a matter of seconds, when you walk into a room, there is a judgment and perception being made about you. Again, whether you care about that or not is up to you, but if you have a lot going on, yeah, believe me, you will get attention. Oh, you'll get attention, all right. But most likely, it's not going to be a positive attention. It's not going to be in your favor. So take what I shared today. If it applies to you, great. If it doesn't, don't worry about it because it's your journey and you get to put yourself out there however you would like to the world. But this is food for thought if it is something that you ever think about, do I have a little bit too much going on? We already know that if you have bold statement earrings, you probably don't want a bold statement necklace. But in today's video, I'm sharing all the other things going on when it comes to accessorizing our outfit. Let me know if you ever think about this topic of, do I have too much going on? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you pay attention to how much you have going on? Are you someone who has bracelets on this wrist and on this wrist? And don't forget, if you're wearing a watch, do you think that counts? Absolutely. Anything on your body, right, that is an accessory of some sort counts. So if you're someone that wears that big giant Apple Watch, especially when you're dressed up, which amazes me how many times you'll actually even see someone with a watch like that, like at a wedding reception. They don't even take it off for that. And to each their own, to each their own. But yes, it counts. It really does. And I'm kind of the type of person, I only like to have a bracelet on one arm, not one wrist, not the other. Now this is This is actually one bracelet, one cuff, but it looks like several. It's one of my favorites. I would never have another one on this. And if I had a watch on, which I don't wear watches, I don't need to. My phone's right here. But if I did have a watch on, I probably wouldn't wear this, or I'd wear something really dainty. And then often my ring, I like a nice statement ring. I'm more inclined to go with a ring and a bracelet. And I most often leave my neck and décolleté bare. Not always, but with most outfits I do. Today, it would have just been too much. With the gold going on with the buttons, it would have been too much, in my opinion. So weigh in. What are your thoughts on this? Would love to hear. Don't forget, coming very soon, this Saturday, June 3rd, I am hosting my Build Your Own Workout Routine. This is where you create a workout routine for you, where you are today in the season or chapter of life you are in the health condition you're in. No matter if you're younger or you're older, you create your own workout routine. I share 3 areas that are required to create a routine that will meet you where you are today, that you can stick with, and that will sustain you as you transition into the next season. Whether you're in shape or out of shape, this workshop is for you because it's your personal workout. And I facilitate in creating that. I facilitate and teach you how to create your own workout, and I share 3 key components to make that happen that are often overlooked, and that's why most people fall short. Plus, most workout programs work for the person who created it. But there's a reason it doesn't work for you, because you need your own workout program. Just like when it comes to healthy eating, you need your own plan. Not the neighbor's plan, not the coworker's plan, not your sister's plan, your plan. The same applies for your workout routine. So join me this Saturday, June 3rd at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. In the description box below this video will be a link to click on where you can learn more about the workshop. And there's also an information video that goes into more detail, so check that out. Well, thanks for being here. Don't forget to weigh in, and I'll see you soon. Take care.